Quick shout out to my patrons. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible, so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey y'all, it's Kate from Apothecary, and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about the books that I am starting to read for this weekend, and as you know, I will check in once I finish a book or an essay or whatever throughout the week and update y'all on things that are happening during the week. So to start this reading vlog off, I actually have two reading updates already. One is a short story that I forgot to update on last week. Last night I finished the short story Meek Creature by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and I think I forgot to update this because I still haven't really figured out what my feelings are about it yet. It was a really strange short story. Until the very last part, the last couple pages, I did not like our main characters at all, and it was just very weird, and I wasn't sure what we were even supposed to think, but then that last part just hit me straight to the heart, made me cry, made me sympathize with the character that I hadn't sympathized the entire short story. And this is Dostoevsky, so most of this short story was not very short at all. I read it the entire week because it was so long. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I feel about that one. I also, this morning, I read the Joan Didion Essay of the Month on Self-Respect, which comes from the collection Slouching Towards Bethlehem. Of course, as you know, We Tell Ourselves Stories in Order to Live is a giant collected nonfiction collection. Pretty much all of her nonfiction up to the point that was published, that had been published so far. So in this essay was nostalgic for me because the first time I read this essay, it just came to me at the most perfect time. I was at one of my lowest lows from what I can remember of my life, and this essay talked all about the importance of having respect for yourself, and it kind of, at least to my brain at that time, showed me the difference of having self-respect versus self-esteem. Basically, you can respect yourself and not like yourself at the same time. It's okay. And there was one quote that I really wanted to read off to you all because it was that eye-opening quote that both times I've read it, I'm like, that's it right there. She writes, "To do without self-respect, on the other hand, is to be an unwilling audience of one to an interminable documentary that details one's failings, both real and imagined, with fresh footage spliced in for every screening." And that quote just like was the fire underneath my feet. It kicked me into overdrive when I read that, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's get going now. Let's do this. I can respect myself and not like myself at the same time. It's okay. You need self-esteem. To me, self-esteem is more about liking yourself, not in a conceited way, but in a way that, you like yourself, you approve of most things that you do. You're not hard on yourself. Self-respect means that, I respect myself, but there are some things that I've done in my past that I do not agree with. And that, to me, was the biggest takeaway from this essay. So that's what I wanted to share with you now. Now, this weekend, today, as I'm filming this, it's Friday evening. So this weekend, I've got a bunch of reading lined up. It's a long weekend because we've got the 4th of July on Monday. I've got no plans at all. I think John will be working all this weekend, so I will be home with my books, and I'm really excited for these reads. So I will be reading a little bit of Faulkner by Mary Shelley, and the Holy Grail War, the Hedgehog, Book 1 by Armanis Arfanilal. I'm several chapters in now. up to chapter 5, about 100 pages in. I'm reserving judgment until I get farther in. Not quite sure exactly how I feel about it. I've been chatting a little bit with Kayla, my friend from Kay's Hidden Shelf. We've been buddy reading this together, and we both have a little bit similar views so far. And then starting tonight, I will be starting my next book in the Books My Boyfriend Gave Me series, and that will be Flowers in the Attic by B.C. Andrews. This book was special to him and his mom when he was growing up, and so John got this for me. I have the first 4 books in this series. I believe there's more than 4, but I have the first 4. They're in kind of duo bindings like this. This is first 2 books, and then I have books 3 and 4 also to get to. And I told him I would do a reading vlog of this that he can send to his mom. And like I explained in last week's reading vlog, that will essentially be like my introduction to his mom. I'm really nervous but really excited about this project, and I'm going to put it up, the reading vlog, also up on my Patreon for my patrons to see. So if you want to see my reactions as I'm reading through this series, go join my Patreon. It's only $1 a month, but no pressure. I will have reviews for it like I do for everything else eventually. So that'll be my reading for this week. I'll check in with y'all again soon. Bye. Well, here we go. I'm off for a walk today because I'm like, I need to take better care of myself and my health, and we've got like these, supposedly these nature trails. Haven't found it yet, but I'm just walking around the apartment complex. An update, I have decided this morning I have to DNF the Holy Grail War. I won't say a lot about it. It just wasn't for me. I couldn't connect to anything, and it just wasn't the right book for me, but I'm sure there's an audience out there who will absolutely love it. So yeah, because I did DNF that book, I've now moved on to Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent, and I am super excited for this book. I am actually going to be I've started listening to the audiobook on my walk, and I am very excited for this. I've heard such great things about it. Evie's already read the whole thing and she absolutely loved it. So I can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm very excited. I already really enjoy the tone and just the narrator. Kate Redding is the narrator of the audiobook. I just have a really good feeling about this book. It just feels like the right book at the right moment. So I'm excited. It's going to keep me motivated to keep walking a little bit longer than I probably would have. And, you know, we'll just see how it goes. Hey y'all, so I've got to check in now. An update. I just finished A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan, a memoir by Lady Trent. I read this in 2 days, y'all. This book was so good. It was one of the easiest 5 out of 5 stars I've given this year. It's already one of my favorite fantasy series. I can't wait to continue this series. I'm thinking maybe August at the latest, September hopefully, if I can catch up on my TBR a little bit this month. I loved everything about this book. It was funny, it was sad at times, it was exciting, it was inspiring, it was adventurous. I loved Lady Trent, I loved Jacob, I loved I can never remember his name. Hilford. Lord Hilford. I loved this book so much. Her passion for dragons is like our passion for books. It was like Dracula meets Jane Austen with dragons. That was the impression that I got from this, and I can't wait to continue the series. Now that I finished this so quickly, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, because I'm still reading Flowers in the Attic and I'm still reading Faulkner. I've got 2 books waiting at the library. One is in transit. The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, and Kingdom Keepers number 6 is waiting to be in transit, I guess. Those two are on hold, but they're not ready to be picked up yet, which is fine with me because tomorrow is the 4th of July, so I couldn't go pick them up anyways. I'll probably start on the next story in A Bad Business, which is called The Crocodile. And I might even hold some reading sprints tomorrow on the Codex Cantina's Discord, the Literary Discourse Discord. This feels like it's a longer story, so I'll probably get started on this tonight and then continue making progress on the other 2 books that I'm reading. But y'all, I just had to tell you how much I loved A Natural History of Dragons, and I can't wait to talk about it with Evie and Stephanie because this is definitely a favorite of this year. Possible favorite of all time, and I can't wait to continue in this series. Hey y'all, so I'm filming this last wrap-up video for this week a day earlier than normal because tomorrow's just going to be crazy busy, so I'm just going to wrap it up now so I can make sure I get it up on Saturday because I know I've been behind on a couple videos lately, and I want to get back into the groove of being on time, and so you guys got these videos out. So first, before I get into my last updates, I want to let you know of some live shows that I'm going to be on coming up. So this Sunday, July 10th, we're going to have Helen Reig-Peterson, the author of Waking Ursa Minor, on my channel, live show at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. She is in GMT time, so we had to do it early over here, so it's okay for her. I'm super, super excited for this, super nervous. This is going to be my first time doing an author chat alone on YouTube, but I'm super excited. I can't wait to talk to Helen because she's super nice. This is going to be her first live show, so we're both nervous. We're both going to probably do nervous giggles, and it's just going to be a great time. I can't wait to talk about Waking Ursa Minor. And hopefully maybe like get at least some clues as to when we're going to get book 2, what's going to happen in book 2, who knows. So the plan is to have a spoiler-free section at the beginning of the live show, and then the second half of the live show we'll get into spoilers for Waking Ursa Minor. So if you haven't read it but you still want to join, you can still join for the beginning. So feel free to come by this Sunday, July 10th. Next Saturday, July 16th, I'll have my A Bad Business live show on Evie's channel at She Was Only Evie. That's going to be at 3 p.m. and we're going to be talking about A Bad Business by Fyodor Dostoevsky with Christy Lewis Dostoevsky in space, Stephanie at Mr. George Reads, and Tiffany at Beautiful Minute. This next week we are wrapping up the Bad Business read along, and I can't wait to talk about this book with everyone. And then last but definitely not least, on Saturday, July 30th, we will be doing A Natural History of Dragons live show with Evie and Stephanie on my channel here at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Come by and talk about Lady Trent with us. We all absolutely loved this book, and I can't wait to talk to everyone about it. So, with all of that out of the way, I'm going to do a library haul because I got 2 books from the library today, and I'm super excited for both of them. The first one is book number 6 in Kingdom Keeper series. It's called Dark Passage, and you see this on the front cover right here. This is where book 5 left off. Literally, these 2 kids jumping off of the ship. That's the cliffhanger that we're left with, so I knew I had to get book 6. After I finish book 6, I'll swing back around and read book 1 to finish off the series, because that's the last book in this series that I haven't read yet. And then sometime eventually I will probably get into the spin-off series, because there's another Kingdom Keepers series I noticed while I was doing these videos. So I'll have to find those books too, because I'm sucked in now. And there's always a quote on the back of the book that either comes from the book or deals with stuff that happens in the book. This quote says, "There comes a time in every rite of passage," the evil fairy said in her clear but icy voice, "when one must confront one's demons. This is the moment between youth and adulthood. The dark passage, but you will never reach that passage, for your time has come." That sounds so ominous and spooky. I can't wait to read this. So once I'm done with Flowers in the Attic, this will be my next book in my Books My Boyfriend Gave Me series. Even though I got it from the library, it's still with the same series that he started, so I'm going with it. And then the other book I got from the library, which I'll probably start tonight if we're being honest, is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. This is the July Book of the Month book for Leslie the Nerdy Narratives Wine and Crime Book Club. We read a thriller, true crime, murder mystery book every month and then talk about it towards the end of the month on a live show. So I can't wait to read this. I might be on a live show with Leslie about this. We'll see how I feel about this book. I can't wait. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's talk about my updates. So yesterday morning, I finished A Bad Business by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I had 2 short stories left and they were super, super short. And the temptation was just there. So I read ahead of the rest of the crew and I finished this off. I'm sitting between a 3.5 and a 4-star right now. I'm thinking closer to 4 stars. So I rounded it up on my Goodreads to give it 4 stars. I absolutely loved this book so much. As you can see, I've got tabs in there of favorite quotes. I think my favorite short stories were Conversations in a Graveyard and The Crocodile. So, like I said, tune in next Saturday the 16th on Evie's channel. I'll put the link down below for our live show on A Bad Business. What I'll be reading to round off this weekend, Flowers in the Attic, Faulkner by Mary Shelley. I think I'm on the the top of the hill now. Things are going to be going down rather quickly as far as plot and storyline and tempo. So maybe I'll be finishing, hopefully I'll be finishing that soon so I can move on to the next book. And also, like I said, I'll probably be starting The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager tonight. So that's it for now. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. There's no pressure to join either, but we have a ton of fun at both. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.